More truth in that matchmaking thing than you know, though.
Yeah.
Business-wise, yeah.
Okay.
We're going to talk.
Yes.
We're going to talk.
Over to you, Martin.
Okay, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Martin Stevens, and I am the proud owner or headman of Progression and Development, which is my social enterprise. It's a personal development program which helps to inspire other people to discover who they are and the greatness that's within them. It's something I'm really passionate about, and I really am just so thankful for the journey that brought me to this place where it has come to life, really. So, to address the questions, why did I start it? Why? It's because I discovered my purpose, and it's something I always encourage other people to do as well. Discover your purpose. Everybody has a purpose and a gift, which I'll come to in a moment. But when you discover what your purpose is, it helps you with getting into your destination. Similarly, discovering what your vision is, what you are, or identifying your vision for your future, for your business, it helps you go on the pathway to achieving what it is that you want to do. So, how I got started. It was a thing where I was starting to tap into what my purpose was, but I didn't really know how I wanted to get there, how it was going to happen and what have you. But I was sharing things online and so on and so forth, and it was getting noticed. But as much as I wanted, I knew what I wanted to do, and I saw my vision. I could clearly see where I wanted to see myself, the end goal, so to speak. But I just didn't know how to map it out. And it was coming to a point where I was actually kind of discouraged and not thinking I was going to make it happen until someone reached out to me. It was a lady named Vanessa McLean. She's a motivational speaker as well. She'd been tutored by Les Brown. I don't know if you're familiar with who he is. But she reached out to me and said, look, Martin, I like the things you're doing. I'd like to know more about you and what you're doing and how you plan to do it. So I said, well, look, this is what my goals are. This is what I'm planning to do. And this is what I want to achieve. But I really don't think I can do it. So I'm thinking of just packing it up and just continue working for somebody else until, something happens. And she said, well, listen, with all that you've told me and all that you seem to have inside you, you can't let your dream die. And she said, well, you've got to find a way to make it happen. And I thought, but how am I going to do that? And she said, well, you've got to be resourceful. So lo and behold, long story short, I went about trying to make things happen. So I just had to take the step of faith, so to speak. I started to look around for a venue because that was one of the hurdles, and also the lack of not having enough money to get it started, which was the other hurdle. I thought, well, at least let me find a venue, and then maybe if I can put the event on, the money from ticket sales would hopefully cover the costs. Found a fantastic venue, put the event on, and had some challenges and what have you, but the venue was like £1,000. And the tickets were only for £20, and it was around about the same time as the Olympics was coming on, was on in 2012. So as Claudine was saying to you about the importance of researching, definitely research is very important. If I'd have researched and found out that it was the same time the Olympics was on, I would have had a better response, but I was clashing against, Usain Bolt running and those kind of things. So it had a great impact on what I did. But nevertheless, I made that step and I got started, and that event was filmed, and it's one of my biggest hits on YouTube at the moment, which I'm really proud of. So I hope that's an encouragement to you. What products do I provide, and the services? So my services are the workshop. The workshop is called Unlocking Your Potential. It's going to change names soon to New Potential, which I'll explain later. But it's about unlocking a person's potential and getting the best out of yourself, because you have a purpose. Many people die without discovering their purpose, and that is one of the greatest tragedies in the world. So my passion is to help other people go on a journey like myself. My first event was called Finding Your Value, Discovering Your Worth. And when you find your value and you discover your worth, oh my life, your world just opens up. So my product soon became turning one of my seminars into a DVD, so I could then sell it on. And that idea came from the husband of Claudine Reid, Patrick Reid. He's just so magnificent. The two of them are just amazing. And he would say things like, Christmas time is the time when businesses make so much money. Why are we not tapping into that? And I thought, well, what can I do to make money? And I thought, well, you know what? I've had my seminars filmed. Why don't I film it and have it made into a DVD? Lo and behold, I did that very same thing. And I sold as many, I can't remember how many copies I sold, but I made over £100 from the DVD that I sold, and that money helped me in the run up to Christmas. If you think about it, we spend so much money over Christmas time, and then we play catch up January, February. But why not do things differently, think like those who are business minded, and see what you can do, what product can you make. So the DVD's done well, my workshops are running at the moment, So those are my two products at present. Challenges that I faced running the business. My challenges included the mindset of other people. The mindset of other people. You'll have naysayers along the way. People that don't understand your vision, don't understand your dream. And because they don't grasp it, they'll, subconsciously or unfortunately for them, they'll try and talk you out of what it is that you want to do. Simply because they're not where you are or they don't understand your vision or your dream. And it's important to try and find the right circle of people to inspire you. Sometimes those people that are the naysayers can be those who are closest to you, which can be challenging as well, but don't let that put you off. Just know how to manage your dream and your vision. It was a thing where they said, those who were close to me said to me, look, Martin, and this is after I've done about 3 seminars now. I've done 3 seminars and I was losing money. I was spending money a bit unwise, renting different venues and so on and so forth. But they said to me, look, I see you're passionate, but unless you can find a way to put on an event and you don't spend any money so that you can make money, you might as well put this thing to bed because this dream's not going anywhere. And that was my ultimate. That was the options I was given, and I took that challenge. I said, okay, Martin, you got to think, man. You've got to be resourceful. If you can put on an event where you don't spend no money for the venue, you don't spend any money for the flyers, because I went out getting flyers. I got this done up, and it was like £60 for a batch, and then and there was another flyer that was going around as well for £60, and I'd spent so much money on this, that, the other, and so on. And it was a thing where Patrick and Claudine had this offer to say, well, look, you can use our venue for free. And I'm pretty sure that 90% of you will not take up the offer. But there might be a 10% that will take it up, and I was determined to be in that 10%. Not only did I take up that offer and say, look, Patrick, Claudine, can I use your venue? Claudine said to me, well, you can use the venue as long as I'm the main speaker. For me, that was a win-win situation, and that was one of my best seminars to date, called Unlocking Potential. So my highlights include just seeing people's lives transformed and changed through coming through seminars that I do, or the workshops that I've put on. So with the workshops that I've put on, I've had clients who have gone on to write books, do online courses, make programs for single women, and so on and so forth. And just to see these kind of things come through, the inspiration that I've provided is a blessing to me. Also, of course, the financial side of things. And what do I see in the next 5 years? What does the next 5 years look like? My workshop will not only be in a physical platform, but it will also be available online. So whoever cannot get to me will hopefully be able to tap into the workshop online, do the course in a similar way that it is in the physical. And also my books, I'd have hopefully had at least 2 books out within the next 5 years, maybe 3. So that's how exciting my future looks. But the 2 other things I wanted to just come back to is the gifts and purpose. Discover what your gifting is, because once you know what your gifting is, it will make room for you. And yes, you have a gift and all. So take the steps to find what you're living for, because every breath defines you're a miracle. So before you take your stride, don't forget to crawl. Never feel denied when you hit the wall, because you learn best in life when you trip and fall. Though the hurt makes you cry and your limbs are sore, every bird gets to fly when they risk it all. So let your wings take you higher than you've been before, as you swerve like a kite in a windy storm. It's not a race, it's not a fight, you only need to endure. It's so great to realize you were built to soar. My role models are Miles and Ruth because they redefine my mind and the views I hold. Now I'm inspired to write what produces hope, and I do away with the lies, let the truth be told. Patrick Reid and his wife, I salute them both for the years they've been inspiring the youth to grow, and their impact on my life that has boosted my growth with incredible insights and their useful quotes. So forget about your eyes, you better keep them closed and put your faith on trial. Let it be exposed, because it's not about the size of the seed you sow, it's your faith only relies on belief to grow. And concerning your purpose, if you're looking to try and find different ways to find out what your purpose is, one of the ways to find your purpose is to speak to your mum, because she can point out all the things you loved when you were still young. Another method you can get it through is speaking to God, because he loves you and he wants to meet the needs of your heart. Or study the parable in Matthew about the talent of one, chapter 25, 14 through to verse 31. Or another element I recommend is seeking to come to my progression and development, second to none. Although maybe second to Claudine and But really, I'm just trying to get it through your head that you're incredibly strong, that you can make it through the rain if you will patiently run. You don't need a medic or a medical to tell you what's wrong. Just keep your pedal to the metal and keep playing my song. because you are able and you're capable of facing a storm. Many will favour you and take you to the place you belong. It may take a year or two, but labour through. Your payment will come. The race will be won. To keep the faith and aim for the sun, and your name will live on. I've been Martin Stevens of Progression and Development.
Woo!
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
That was an exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow. Thank you very
Wow.
much, Martin. Any questions?